Hello, welcome back, Internet, to What's the Point? I'm Mike. Wanted to talk to you about two seemingly distinct subjects today. One is what we would call the hybrid travel cashback setup, and the other one is points and miles and travel burnout. So these two really deserve their own special treatment, their own beginner level treatment, let's say. But today I wanted to walk you through perhaps a little bit more of an intermediate class. Um, Not really a class. I just wanted to kind of rattle off a few thoughts that I'm kind of wrestling with personally lately. And this is coming off the heels of a very busy travel year, mostly leisure, but some business. And we're starting to get into fall here. I just got back from a very eventful trip. Shout out to all the creators in New Orleans who got to hang out and really connect with someone who's fairly new in this creation space. Um, let's start with burnout. So right now, I think that the most prominent way that we're seeing this is credit fatigue. In particular, with American Express, continues to accelerate the pace at which they bump up the annual fees as well as the concurrent credits that we need to track in different frequencies, monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, and annually, and so on. And that's one piece of it. The other piece of it is what to do when we have too many miles. And so this kind of parlays into the hybrid strategy. So um, for me right now, my situation is that because I'm really sitting on too many miles, and there's a pressure to use them. In this space, we're often hearing about, well, you know, earn and burn, and the risks of devaluation, and that's all true. And I find that I'm kind of succumbing to a little bit of a temptation to overplan right now, and it's creating a little bit of we'll just say a logistical challenge in my life without getting too much into the weeds on that. And personally, I'm feeling like kind of taking a step back right now, which is not to say that I've lost interest in this hobby at all. I still do. Of course, I appreciate travel as much as I ever have, and all that can do for us. Uh, And, I'm at a point now where I want to start shifting a little bit more towards temporarily cashback. Um, One card I will give mention to right up front, of course, is the US Bank Altitude Reserve. Um, this card gives you essentially 4.5% on everything, um, with some caveats. So, without getting too much into the weeds on that, that really deserves its own separate review video. I just wanted to mention that as an example of something that really is, in my opinion, the ultimate hybrid setup card, because it functions literally both as a travel card and a cashback card at the same time. It's cashback because its points that it earns are not transferable; they're only redeemable for cashback. Um, but it's a travel card because it's a Visa Infinite card, and it includes some other premium travel card perks, um, such as insurances and lounge access and so on. In fact, right now it's one of the few cards remaining that actually can get you into priority pass restaurants and experiences. That came in really handy on the way back uh, from my last trip. I was actually stopping by an airport in Detroit, and I stopped in one of these chair massage places. Turns out you can use your priority pass there, priority pass experiences. So you hear a little bit about restaurants, but not enough about experiences, in my opinion. And this massage, I think it's normally 20 minutes, but they actually gave me they restarted it from scratch, so I got like 40 minutes of this chair massage. I'm not sure how much it retails for, but I'm suffice it to say that was an excellent value. Um, so that's one recommended card, and then there's a bunch of other cards, the City Custom Cash, um, and the Chase Ink Cash. um, I know Bank of America has several cards. I don't have any in that ecosystem yet. Anyway, I am interested in the customized cash rewards card at some point, when I'm further under the Chase 524, because I'm way over that right now. I would like to be able to open some Chase cards and have opened too many new cards within the last 24 months, well over the 5 limit. Um, so taking a step back a little bit, and because I'm still working on some sign up bonuses, and in particular, that's going to really bump up the number of membership rewards points with Amex that I have. Um, I'm really looking into going above and beyond the the hybrid strategy of kind of pivoting back to cashback from earning points and miles, and actually considering doing lower value redemptions. For example, I just signed up for the American Express business platinum card because there was a massive welcome offer, um, which was targeted to me. You can check out my referral in the link in the description below if see how that compares. Always shop around for your best offer, of course. And one of the benefits of that card is, well, the two sort of cashback benefits worth mentioning. One, if you have an Amex business checking account, you can cash out your MR points 1 to 1 for 1 cent per point. Normally, you can only really do that with the Charles Schwab Platinum, which I don't recommend that card because you can't downgrade it, and it's a personal card, so it reports to your credit bureau and so forth. So maybe as an end game strategy, but really 1.0 to me is practically as good as 1.1. If you're splitting hairs that much, you might as well just save them all for uh, outsized value redemptions on international travel, that kind of thing. Um, but I'm considering that. Or more likely, what I can do is, as long as I have this card open, I don't know if I can justify it every year. It's good for the intro year, like most cards, to get the sign up bonus. But I'm looking into the possibility of really buying. I've been doing a lot of domestic traveling lately, and so similar to the Chase travel portal, at least with the Sapphire Reserve, which gets you 1.5 times bonus on travel redeemed through the Ultimate Rewards portal using points. Similarly, you get a 1/3 rebate back of your points used, which is similar, maybe slightly more in terms of the elevated value that you get using booking through the Amex travel portal using membership rewards via your business platinum card. So I'm definitely considering doing that to start liquidating some points. Um, and you know that's kind of where I'm at. And how does this relate to burnout? It's like, well, I realized that there's stockpiling comes with risks, and theoretically you're less likely to lose value with bank points because they are transferable currencies. So, one airline program devalues, hopefully there'll be other ones you can transfer to instead. For me, I feel like the particular challenge with certainly with Amex membership rewards is the difficulty of cashing out. And so for me right now, there's this question of um, how much do I really plan to travel in the next however long it'll take me to use up all those points compared to all the other points in different ecosystems and miles and so on. How long will it really take me to get through all of that? And what is the sort of opportunity cost? For me, that picture is getting a little bit too complex, honestly, to really to put a number on. And so, I really just kind of have to make a judgment call here. Like, when do I start liquidating, even if I'm not ready to travel? Because what I'm realizing now, like I'll give a great example right now, is like I was planning a trip to Japan, and it's mostly just because I found business class availability on Japan Airlines via my American Airlines miles. And I bought that for February because I saw availability, and that's kind of how it goes in this game. You're looking and you see something like that, you kind of have to jump on it because it usually disappears in less than a day, and then figure out if you can actually go. And so that's what I've been trying to figure out. Like, I can go, but I'm realizing I don't know if I really have the bandwidth between then and now really properly plan and execute this trip in a way that is really worthy of the effort, regardless of the value I get with the points. And so to me, that's kind of causing me to really maybe take a step back here and be like, okay, is the pressure to earn and burn kind of causing me to spin out in a way that's not sustainable? So I'm trying to give myself a little bit of a reality check right now, while still focusing on how can I be smart with money, because ultimately that's why I got into this. It wasn't to chase luxury experiences. I'll be honest, now that I got a taste of that, it is a little addictive, and I'm kind of dealing with that addiction right now in a sense of like, well, um, am I just kind of filling that void by adding more and more and more experiences? So, we're going to take a little bit of a step back. I haven't decided on Japan yet, but anyway, just a few thoughts there. That's to me right now the intersection between a hybrid strategy and points miles and traveling burnout is what to do when we need to take a step back and kind of consolidate our gains and keep it fun and fresh. I think that it's too easy to worry about losing out on value. um, and I'll give a great example. Like last year I was sitting on too many Chase Ultimate Rewards points, and I decided during one of these usually once a year for a month, and around Christmas time there's an Apple Store bonus, and I decided to get myself a fancy new iPhone 15 Pro Max, and that's actually what I'm filming this on right now. And I've been very happy with it. I'm into a lot of like nature and wildlife and bird photography, and having that zoom lens, and other features of it has been great. I mean, this is the first high-end phone I've had, and I wouldn't have really bought it for myself. Honestly, I couldn't have justified it had I not been able to get that 50% boost. So you can make the argument, well, you bought it full retail. Are you overpaying for it? I don't know, maybe. But that was the first time they offered a 5x zoom. So, for me, that I've gotten a tremendous amount of value for that, and at concerts and so on. And and actually, a concert Depeche Mode was what brought me to Europe on my last business class redemption. I wanted to go see their last show in Cologne, Germany, so I went and stayed nearby in Amsterdam for a week, which was fantastic. I'm going to have to make a separate video on that. So, like I said, busy travel year. And anyway, thanks for the support, y'all. Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Like, what are your strategies for, um, staying patient, for not burning out, and for keeping yourself in check when you feel like you might be overspending, or that fear of missing out? Uh, are you worried about devaluations on your transferable currencies, or are we safe to just sit on those for a while? Really like your input on this. So, see you next time. Peace. Later.